Or welcome back to Building Dad Bod 2.0. Normally Monday would be a heavy back day and a lighter pressing day, but I'm still dealing with a bicep injury and a partially torn supraspinatus, so rotator cuff muscle on my left arm. So instead we are working core and rotator cuff rehab. Been talking in my last video about having some spinal erector lower back fatigue, so got to up my core game, take some stress off my spinal erectors, get them stronger, get my abs stronger. Well, I'm focusing on upper body rehab. It's just a great time to rebuild the core as well. Stronger core overall, less energy leakage, squats, deadlifts, everything, all the big compound movements will be stronger. So back to doing the standing ab roller. Haven't done it in a little while, so just 2 sets of 10 here. We'll build off that. When I haven't done it in a while, if I go too crazy, it just absolutely obliterates my abs. They're sore for like a week later. So just easing into that. I could have done a third set, but we'll start with 2. Next week we'll add in a third set, or next session we'll add in a third set. Then doing some weighted sit-ups with the 50-pound slam ball. So unlike the standing ab roller, we're just working the core through some flexion here. My lower spine doesn't really bend, so you can see kind of like I get a little bit of flexion through the upper spine, thoracic spine, and then it's kind of just thump back down to the ground. My whole lower spine just goes down all at one time. It's fused, so yeah, there's no bending in that through those vertebrae. It is one big bone and steel rods there now. After doing those 2 exercises, moved on to doing adductors, then abductors. So working the adductors, groin muscles here. So I found these to work really well. I got some cuffs around my knees and then hook up to the cable stack and then just squeeze my knees together. My hip was giving me a ton of grief, and since I started doing adductors and abductors more regularly, the hip has been feeling really, really good. I'd say I'm getting probably about 90% now. Very close to being healed up. So working on getting stronger and not irritating it. Pretty soon I feel like I'll just have the green light to go nuts with some more volume on hinging patterns again. I think that was a huge setback for me with that hip injury. Was I could still, with the hip injury, I still managed to hit my heaviest deadlift of all time at 450 pounds, but I really had to lower the volume. So work up to basically 1 or 2 maxes, and then that was it for hinging. Where before I would add in a lot of drop down sets or back off sets and just higher rep sets. And I think that's partly the reason why I'm struggling with some spinal erector fatigue now too, is just the lack of volume. More heavy singles, but not as much volume to build up that endurance and work capacity that I need to kind of survive the heavy squats and heavy deadlifts weekly. Right after that, we went on to some weighted back extensions, nothing heavy. 50-pound slam ball. Did 2 sets here of 25 reps. Not looking to do any crazy weights here. Just looking to build the work capacity in my lower back. So this is the day after I did my squat workout. I did some back extensions, reverse hypers, razor curls, all that kind of stuff. And of course the low bar squats. So still had a bit of back fatigue from that. Did deadlifts on Saturday and Thursday previously. So we're just hitting it hard, and going to do that for a couple weeks, and I'll back off a little bit and see where I'm at. But we're going to keep hitting the core hard. Here, just showing a little bit of my rotator cuff rehab. That's my left arm. Just showing, so that's 11 pounds. I think I got 9 reps here. Tried my right arm and I gave up at 45 reps. Just to compare the difference. The left arm is not in a good place right now. So not doing any real heavy pressing, no real heavy back work. All that stuff is bugging the shoulder right now. We're just going to work on rehab. A little bit of light pressing. Did some push-ups this week, weighted push-ups with the 55-pound vest and some 155-pound pull downs, and then some rear delt work. We'll just keep slowly adding to that volume, but the main focus is just getting this left arm working right again. Internal rotation feels fine. External rotation feels horrific. I can't stabilize any weights pressing with this left arm right now, so just need to rebuild. I did this same 5 years ago. I tore this same muscle, supraspinatus, and I was able to fully rebuild it. So we're just in full rebuild mode again. We'll get back there. That's it for the workout. Thanks for watching. Have a great night.